that are all that are Cruz, love Cruz, and they really are upset with some of the things that Trump says. However, no matter what, our parents are guaranteed to pull the lever for Trump.
Well, even Ann Coulter, who is a major supporter of Trump, one of the earliest, has said, I can't stand some of the things that come out of his mouth. I feel like a mother of a 14-year-old boy who's constantly getting in trouble, and I got to run around and clean up his mess.
Right.
That's what Ann Coulter said. So you're listening to Smith Radio. You can find us at smithradio.com every Sunday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. You could also listen to any of our shows on demand at Smith Radio, and that is Smith with a Y, so that's SMYTHRADIO. We're also on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Smith Radio, and on Twitter, which is at Smith Radio, SMYTHRADIO. And what is our phone number?
Yeah, if you want to be on the show or give a call in, 513-888-1538. Take your call and see if you got something to add to the show. I don't know if you could say that we're wrong in anything that we're saying now.
We're never wrong.
We're talking about
Except when we're hard.
We're talking about Glenn Beck getting an absolute, an intellectual beatdown.
Yeah, that's true.
By Rabbi Lapin. And the next thing that Rabbi had to say, he talked about how much he liked Ted Cruz and he was all
by the way,
Ted Cruz.
We like Ted Cruz, and
yes.
I would say that any conservative who identifies themselves as a conservative, who is a Trump supporter, totally likes Cruz.
Correct.
No problem with him. And we've said time and time again, we like what he's done to save the Second Amendment. We like that he is a constitutional conservative who will stick to those principles and not deviate from them because they are, and not just Cruz, but all constitutional conservatives, they like to adhere to the Constitution. My argument is that it seems like Trump also is aware of the Constitution and likes it and wants to adhere to it as well.
Right. And with his list of 11 possible Supreme Court nominees, headed up with the conservative constitutionalist Jeff Sessions, who, I'll tell you what, man, he keeps throwing that name around like that could be VP.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. Also, Trey Gowdy has endorsed Donald Trump.
Finally! Come around. He was a Marco Rubio lover.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
Which is a GOP establishment guy.
Well, and I'm not saying that Trey Gowdy wouldn't be an establishment guy, but he was surprised that he would have been on board with the Gang of Eight debacle.
When he threw his name in a hat for Marco Rubio, I don't know if it was Laura Ingraham or one of the other talk show ladies, came out and blasted Trey Gowdy and said, "Hey, how's that Benghazi thing or the IRS? How's that IRS thing coming along? You come to some kind of resolution yet?"
Yeah, why has that gone to the wayside? Did he get a duffel bag from the Clinton administration?
I don't know, but
Obama. The IRS scandal was an Obama thing.
Right, and Trey Gowdy was the pit bull that wasn't going to let go of that leg.
Somehow he lost it.
Well, where's it gone?
He lost the scent.
He's tracking it down.
Yeah.
So the rabbi goes into, on Glenn Beck's show, is just absolutely trouncing on Glenn Beck very eloquently, very at first it was really delicate, and he's turning the corner, and this sound clip of him, this is the last sound bite, and this is where he turns the corner and literally puts Glenn Beck back in his hole. Nice soundbite.
Wow.
I'm fascinated on how you arrived at this, and I think what you arrived at, tell me if I'm wrong. What I'm getting from you is, I don't have any hope that we're going down, and that's where I gotta go. I gotta go on that one. And so, but it's over. It's over as we know it.
Look, I love Ted Cruz as an individual. If I had the power to install him in the White House,
Yes.
I would have done that.
Right.
And I've often thought about the fact that since I wasn't born in America, I can never become president. But
Why does he say that?
What, that he can install him, or
No, that because he wasn't born in America, he could never be president. Why did he throw that out? Am I reading into that too much? That's a weird.
You are reading into that because I was listening to this live, and that didn't strike me when he said that.
Okay, all right, and we'll go back to the rabbi.
Okay.
I would take dictator. And and one of the things I would have done is put Ted in. But since there wasn't an option, I believed then and I believe now that Trump stands a far better chance of defeating Hillary than
I think she's
Ted ever could have. And I'll tell you why. Putting Ted up against Hillary is like putting a choir boy up against a mafia don. He's a good man. And he is. I don't think he can plumb the depths of deception and violence that would be needed.
This is what we said at the beginning of the
to
show.
combat Team Clinton.
Quite honestly,
Trump can plumb the depths.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
I
he
think
can.
that's why
Yes,
Trump
exactly.
won,
Yes,
and
he
I think
can.
that's why he
Precisely.
will win against her.
I think he will too. Yes.
Rabbi, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks
Rabbi,
for letting me speak.
you're more than welcome, and you'll never be on the show again. RabbiDanielLapin.com.
Right, exactly. So he was joking
And
about
they
that because
loved
they like him.
Well, and they loved that he said no one can delve the depths.
They're definitely going to use every single thing.
Oh yeah, Trump's in the depths right
he'll
now.
go all the way. There is no basement to where he'll go.
But no, think about it. Everything you've ever known the Clinton machine to be, and now this this documentary come out, the Clinton Cash. Go look it up, Clinton Cash. It's so damning about how awful and horrible this woman is, and the list that we put together. We found a list of it was like 100+ people that have died that the Clintons know or had any kind of connection to the Clintons.
Mysterious deaths.
Yes. I mean, that many people don't die around you, and a young, mysterious, gunshot to the head, missing plane crash.
Suicide, murder weapon never found.
Right.
Wait, what?
Multiple plane crashes on a daily basis.
4 more planes went down yesterday with all kinds of friends of Clinton's.
Yes, Clinton campaign manager, former helper, former White House. There was a former White House aide that was found. She committed suicide, gun to the head.
Wow. I mean, that's what you're dealing with. So the Mafia Don.
Right. And then at the end of his show, they cut to a commercial. And what on the Glenn Beck show, they'll cut to a commercial. Then they'll come back and let the music play and just make comments. And within a few seconds, go back into a commercial.
Well, even Rush Limbaugh.
I know, and I hate
it's
that so
because
much.
they have hard breaks, and then they have breaks that they can take when they're done talking about what they're talking about. So what happens is they'll be on a segment that goes long and really long.
Right.
So then they'll have to take like 2 commercials in a row, but they don't want to do 15 minutes solid commercials. So what they'll do is they'll just say a few words to tease you to come back. Like, I know we've been gone for 8 minutes,
right,
and we're going to be gone for 7 more minutes, but please come back. Please don't leave.
So this was their teaser to keep their listeners listening after that hard break they took. And they
went long because they couldn't believe this rabbi was a Trump supporter.
Right. And they went right into Liberty Safe. And so to let you know, I'm calling Liberty Safe, and I'm letting them know that I will no longer entertain the idea. Liberty Safe is every commercial of theirs. And he looked at Jeffy or one of he said, "Which one did you get?" "Oh, I got the Fat Man." He got the Fat Man version of Liberty Safe. Fat Man is a term that was used on the bomb that was dropped on Nagasaki. It was coined little boy and Fat Man. It was a nuclear bomb that was dropped.
Actually, it was Fat Man and Little Boy.
Little boy. What did I say?
Well, no, you said it. You said little boy and fat man, but they never say it in that order, which is odd because little boy was the first one that was dropped. That was on Hiroshima.
That's what I always say. Little boy. This is first.
Right, but when you say them both together, it's always said fat man and little boy. There's a
Really?
book,
Oh.
a book called Fat Man and Little Boy. There's a movie made about that book called Fat Man and Little Boy. For some reason,
Is it because one is man and the other one's boy?
no, I just think it rolls off the tongue a little bit better when you say fat man and little boy.
Okay.
You always start with the bigger.
And certain terms are like some words are like that. They really are. Some
Yeah.
words sound better when you flow together.
Right, like Carrie and Brian.
Right. Or Brian and Carrie.
Anyway.
So here's Beck's teaser to keep his people listening.
I think there is a ton to
Oh, my.
discuss.
On Rabbi Lapin? Yeah.
I mean, I love the guy. I
fascinating.
love the guy. He's
I know,
one of
we
the-
all
He's
like
gone,
him.
by the way.
one
He's
of the
gone.
smartest guys we know.
Incredibly intelligent.
Really intelligent.
And he ignored it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignores it all.
Yeah.
And he knows he ignored it all.
Yes.
Yeah, he recognizes.
He recognizes
He didn't
it. I
ignore
ignore
it all.
it. I'm not, he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's weird.
okay.
no
Lee,
proof of
here's
that.
an honest guy.
Yeah.
Smart enough
He just
to reason
called
it
all
through.
Trump
He's reasoned it
losers-
through and is like, yep, I'm pushing it off.
Yep.
He said, here's an honest guy. He literally is calling all Trump supporters liars.
Because an honest guy had to throw out logic and intellect to go for Trump.
Yeah, and so he said he had to ignore it all. No, he didn't. He said, I'm ignoring some of the stuff that he's saying and just looking at what he's done and the results of what he's done.
And he even said, I've never seen, I don't have an instance where Trump lied about any, or not lied, but where he was wrong. Where has Trump ever said anything that he's been wrong about?
Right, and that also, where are all the
bad
people?
decisions.
What are all the people? Yeah, all the decisions.
Right.
At the end of the day, when he has to make a decision, it's the right decision. And also, where are all the people that are former customers, former people that are in his life in some way?
Victims. We're the victims.
Where are the victims? Where are all the victims? Where's the line of victims? I mean, this is a guy that had to have worked with or been around so many people he would never be able to count. Millions of people that have had some sort of dealings with Donald Trump. Where are they?
Right.
They should be coming forward. And every time they try, what happens? Those people that have been quoted or been their names used come back and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm debunking your story right now.
Right.
And they come back and they defend him. Remember his first wife?
Yeah.
This was the first negative press about Donald Trump. We're going all the way back to late summer of last year.
That's a long time ago, Gary. That's a long.
Well, for this campaign.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like in its infancy.
Well, yeah, and people's memory in politics.
Oh, people
is
don't
their
even,
memory?
Well,
is
they
their
don't even
memory?
think it happened.
No. Okay.
It's like that movie Memento.
Oh Lord, that was
even
another
happen.
awful movie.
Oh, I loved it.
Really?
I thought it was a fascinating thing.
Oh, Ted Cruz. That was Tom Cruise in that one too.
No, it was
that Tom
Guy
Cruise?
Ritchie or something. Not Guy Ritchie, the other guy. Guy Pearce.
Oh, Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce was the main guy. in it.
Okay.
Yeah, not who are you thinking? Tom Hanks?
No, there was
Wasn't a
there was
comedy.
one with-
Memento's the one where the guy suffered from traumatic brain injury and he had no long-term memory whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
No long-term memory. So he had to write everything down, and if he needed to recall something, he had to bust out this huge notepad of things that he wrote down to try to decipher his whole life. But anyway, so I lost my train of thought. We were talking about Rabbi Lapin.
Lapin. I
I
call
thought they
him
call him
Lapin.
Lapin.
Yeah, they call him Lapin. And that what we're talking about right now kind of segues into one and two pieces. Either we can touch on the hit piece in the New York Times, or we can touch on the SCOTUS with Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity had this SCOTUS thing wrapped up. I feel like he was told that Trump was coming out with the SCOTUS list long before he did.
Really?
Yeah, because his first episode after the SCOTUS list came out, he had a string of guests on who could comment on those people personally. And they were all lined up.